Good day, my name is Michael Dusil and welcome to this free video for you. I did this video because I want to provide you some real life training on what I did and exactly how I was able to hack into UpWork and ultimately find jobs that I was able to build my web development company on. It was right here that I utilized this site to basically elevate my business, to start it, and now I get referrals and I don't need UpWork as much, but it's a great tool when starting any business. Now, UpWork is a site for freelancers to find jobs. Now, you can, in basically a ton of different industry, web development, IT, customer service, sales, UpWork has it all. I decided to do web development because I know the high ROI it takes to build websites and the amount of need for it, especially in the digital space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what I did to hack UpWork and ultimately get jobs on demand. Now, I've logged into another site here, and I wanted to show you, well, let me log in so you can kind of see the process. And just so you know, this is real time, so I'm not pre-recording this, I'm not doing anything crazy. So once I've logged in, I have my job feed. These are the different jobs that show up for me, because my niche and my categories is web development. Anything that people are looking for in the web related field, it shows up here. Develop website for mortgage broker, WordPress expert needed for musician website. But as I promised you and as I showed you before, there's a ton of different industries: IT, analytics, engineering, creative, writing, translation, legal, customer support, sales, accounting, etc. So this strategy works for anything. I had one of my students, he decided to do Facebook ads, and he found clients that paid him residual income to do their Facebook ads using my strategy and taking my course. So I want to provide this free training because it's important that you can utilize this for just about anything. Now, what I did that was unique is I found a job that I thought that I can do, or I found a job that I thought would pay me pretty well. I looked at the description of it, and then I had to submit a proposal. I had to submit a bid on the job ultimately. What made it unique with what I did when submitting this proposal, ultimately I would submit a proposal, and I'm going through this live. I would look at the job description, I would make a bid, I have to do a cover letter, and I'd submit it. With that being said, I'm competing against sometimes tens, sometimes hundreds of people that apply for jobs. Now I want to give you a real life scenario of a job that I pitched for. I want to break it down completely, exactly what I did to pitch. And when I say pitch, I do live pitches. So I create videos for each of my clients and I submit them on YouTube and then give them the link so they can view it. Why? Because communication is key. Communication is important, and trust. If they can trust you, if they can see you, if they believe in you, they'll do business with you. And that's what business is. It's trusting that next person that they can get the job done and they can believe in you. Now, how could I stand out amongst hundreds of people who have websites built already, who have that experience, and I had nothing? I had to create trust. I had to build the trust to let them know, hey, this is the job I can do. This is how I can get it done. And ultimately, that's what I did. Now here's one of the jobs that I pitched on and that I ultimately got a response for. And if you look at this, they're looking for a web designer, WordPress theme developer, someone who can create a WordPress theme. And for those who aren't familiar with the jargon, basically who can create a website template. And I want to break down exactly what I did, exactly what I said to the person. Let's see. So this is the YouTube video here. All right. Now, before I go through, I'm going to break down this video exactly what I did. Now, notice in his details, it says he was looking for a designer that had excellent web chops, design is king, front end, WordPress coding skills must have. So I'm going to break down why I said everything that I said. Now, let's look here.
My name is Mike from Ignite Media Group, and I had the opportunity to go onto UpWork, and I see you're based in the United States in Battleground. I'm not exactly sure what that city.
So I said you're based in Battleground. Now let's take a look here. He's in the United States, and the city is Battleground. Not sure where that was, but I immediately named that. I see that you're from Battleground. Here's why that's important. One, I'm based in the US as well. We have something in common. Not only do we have something in common, but it's important to know that because there's a lot of people who apply from overseas, I'm also in the US. So I tell everybody, and you may see this in this video, you get access to my business cell phone so you can reach me at any time. Why is that important? Because it's trust. If they know if they have any problems, they have direct access to me. And that's important. That's important for them. That's important to know I'm within the same time zone and that I can also help them. Let's continue.
That is, but the good part about being in the United States is that I'm in the United States. So if you ever had any questions, any issues, any concerns, any questions, you can easily reach me on my business cell phone. And the beauty of that is a lot of times, especially on UpWork, when you get a lot of different designers and developers, they're overseas. Big time zone different, a lot of work isn't done, any language barriers. So what I'm providing you is communication, is clarity, is consistency, and that shows in some of my UpWork ratings as well as other client work and referrals that I have and that I've done in the past. So, excuse me. So with that being said, I see you're looking for a designer to do some front-end work, WordPress.
Boom. So as I told you, I explained exactly why it's important that I'm based in the United States, and so is he. Language barriers, easy to get a hold of me, so there won't be any issues. Then the next thing I said, I see you're looking for a designer to do front-end developing in WordPress. What I'm basically doing here is I'm reading everything that's here. Look, this is key for me right here. Everything that's here. I'm ultimately reading this entire section for you to see. Look, take a look. Let me erase this. Boom, here we go. Let's take a look.
Coding skills is a must-have. For a property management company, I actually did a few sites for a real estate agent. I'll show you that in my portfolio, as well as a few other sites. I do have a dev server myself in case you don't want to use yours. I can also move it to their production server and make it a lot.
I talked about the dev server, the production server. I spoke about all of this. Where did I get it from? Sure, let me explain. The dev work, copywriter. Boom, right here it goes. Let's highlight it here so you can see it. I also have a dev server. What did he say here? I can provide a dev server. That's what he wants. And I'll say, hey, great, I have one as well. So that's important. That's important to know. Let's continue.
It's not a big deal as well. So what I'll do is I'll show you some of my portfolio so you can see it, but I'm doing this video so I can introduce myself. I believe communication is key, and that's very, very important, and that's very crucial when building something, when doing something, when working with a client. So again, my name is Mike Andrew, so thank you for taking the time to listen to this. Below,
I also said thank you, Andrew. Why did I do that? Because I was able to figure out his name. My name is Andrew. My name is Andrew. So I'm trying to relate to him directly because I want to know that I'm speaking directly to him. Hey Andrew, I know this is what you want. This is what I can provide for you.
It's my site, IgniteMediaGroupLLC.com. You can see some of the sites that I've worked on in the past, both custom and WordPress sites. So I have experience within both, and I do a phenomenal job because 100% happiness, 100% clarity is key, and that I strive for, and I make sure I get done. So thank you so much for your time. Take care. Andrew, my name is Mike from.
All right, so I get this is some really good stuff I'm giving you. In my course, I go into more detail. I do some live client interactions with you guys. But you see, there's nothing special about what I said. I probably wasn't completely clear. I may have stuttered a little bit, but what I did was I built trust. I built trust with this client. I was able to introduce him by name. I was able to let him know exactly I knew exactly what he wanted. And all I did to prove I knew exactly what he wanted the whole time was I read off of the details. This is what I did. Hey, I know you're looking for blah, blah, blah. I know that design is important to you. I understand that you're looking to create this on your own dev server, but I have my own. Hi, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. This is all of the stuff that I gathered that I got from him, from what he put in the details. That's how I was able to build that rapport. That's how I was able to ultimately grow that. And I'm going to, you know what? I'm feeling super nice. I'm going to give you something else. This slide. Let's go to another proposal. And this is all off the top. So let's do something a couple of days ago. And again, I started going back on Upwork because one of my clients, one of my students, he said to me, you know, does this still work? I know you haven't done this in a while because I have referrals, and you know, I was able to build referral based business because of how well that I've done and how well I outsourced my work, which, you know, I go into more detail with. But I started to go back into Upwork because it's important to know that this strategy, this skill set still does work. Now, this client here, I pitched for this. They want a general WordPress maintenance and development site. Again, they didn't give me too much here. It just says looking for an experienced web developer to keep an eye on the website for tweaks. So what I did, the first thing in my cover letter, I said, communication is key. Allow me to introduce myself. That's what I said. Here's the video. And I'll break this one down as well. I don't think this is as long. This is 2 minutes. Right? Now, all I knew was that they were looking for a website, general WordPress maintenance and development site. They're looking for a developer to do essentially some work. They also what I knew is when I was doing the pitch, when I submit to do the pitch, it says a cover letter. They ask a couple questions. Take a look at our website. So I knew the website was Chapman Valley Horse Riding, and give 3 recommendations for improvement. They asked if I've taken any UpWork tests. I've not, and I haven't. So this is how I get around that. And they asked what traits, either professional or personal, do I bring to this role. So again, here's what I know. I know the details, and I know when I submitted the proposal, this is what they asked me. Okay? Now let's go.
Good day, my name is Mike of Ignite Media.
And I'm going to let it play in the background so you guys can listen.
I see that you're looking to essentially have someone watch over your website, keep an eye on it, make sure there's no bugs, make sure there's no hacks, make sure it runs smoothly, and obviously to create it. So you're looking for someone to do maintenance on it. That's absolutely fine. Here at Ignite Media Group, we have clients who do maintenance on their site. Regularly, we do constant backups, and we make sure that we inject it with, we do site audits to make sure there's no injections in there.
Now, again, because I've been doing this for so long, I have some really good lingo and some jargon for web development because this has been my baby for, you know, over a year now. It's something that I've built. So I understand things with websites. Now, if you decide to go into the website business and building that, that's absolutely fine. You can get that done as well. Or whatever business. You must become an expert at it, at least speaking, at least talking about it, being able to sell it. So that's how I know some of the lingo, obviously.
You have no issues. With that being said, you can take a look at IgniteMediaGroupLLC.com so you can see some of the sites we worked on, and a lot of the sites we manage as well. I think that's very important. Now, you asked a few questions when I was looking at the proposal, and one of them was give 3 recommendations for improving usability on your site. Now, I would definitely check. One of the things I'll do is I'll check the speed to make sure that your site is up to date, and I'll make sure I check the meta tags as well. Also, just to make sure that your site is ranking properly on Google, you don't have any issues as far as SEO, or when people are looking to actually find you or find horseback riding in Sydney, Australia, that there's no issues and you're easily found. And last but not least, I'll also make sure that the design is appealing. So what I do typically is I find people within your field and I just bring up.
All right, so there's about 30 seconds left. I'll go through the rest of it. But again, everything that I took from this was extremely important. Why? Horseback riding. I knew that they had a site. So in doing that, I went to the site. I went to the horseback riding site. Let's go here. And I took a look at their site and I said, what is it about this site that I would change, that I would want done differently. I saw it. It wasn't super appealing to me. It didn't look great. It was okay. But they wanted some things to change. And again, because I've dealt with websites for a long time, I know exactly what they, I know exactly what to say, how to best answer these questions. And I did that by going on the site. I figured out where they're based out of, Sydney, Australia. I knew what they were looking for, website maintenance. So I spoke to that. So let's continue the last little bit.
Surveys of what they think about the design. I have my opinion on what I think, but it's really a matter of what people think that are on your site, that are finding your site. Is there a call to action right away for something they can do? Now, you have horseback riding. A lot of the times, I'm guessing this horseback riding is for tourists who are visiting Australia. So they get to the site. What is the first thing you want them to do? You want them to purchase something, get information. That's something that we can speak to, and that's what makes sites effective or not.
I gave them an option. I let them think about what's important. What is it that they want their site to do? Do they want someone to purchase, to find out information? You get the client's mind thinking, and I think that's extremely important.
Is when the call to action is immediately there, so people can see exactly what you're looking for and what you want. So that being said, thank you so much for your time. I definitely look forward to hearing from you. Take care.
All right, so with that being said, and again, all of these videos that I have are unlisted. So I did that, and they sent me a message. They said, let's go to the top. So again, I sent the proposal. I sent Ignite Media Group LLC. That's the site. And again, I built this site, just over time. I didn't have this when I first started. I used to take other developers, designers that I found on UpWork and utilize their work, because if I hired them, it would be the same work. And now I've been able to build my own portfolio. I have tons more there, of course. So these are some of the things that I've been able to slowly build on here. And this is the site that I created. But the first thing she said after I said that, and take a look. This is, again, I can't make this up, and I'm doing this live so you can see. Said, "Hi Mike, thanks for the application, and huge thanks for the video that really made your application stand out." That's key right there. If this doesn't tell you enough, then I don't know what else will. I'm not sure what else will. Thanks for your application, and a huge thanks for that video. It really made you stand out. When you do videos, when people trust you to do certain things, it's important to know that it's because of these videos, it's because of stuff like that that will allow you to stand out. If she's getting tons of different proposals from people, what makes me any different if I wrote, "Hey, choose me," or "Yes, I do this work"? I created this video because I knew it would stand out. This is proof right here. Jess Chapman, she said, "Thanks for the video. That really made your application stand out." Guys, the strategies that I teach, and this is a part of the training that I have in my course, but a part of that is, understanding the market, your market, and I chose web development, but you can do anything. You can do anything. And whether it's copywriting, whether it's Facebook ads, whatever it is, the same strategy works for everybody. Again, I chose web development because I knew I can find web developers to do the job. I go through, how to find the proper web developers, how to analyze a job, how to interact with certain clients, in details. But this right here, just this alone, this strategy here alone is enough to give you a jump start with any kind of freelance work. And I also have here, this is some ways that I was able to track the work I did. I found the link, I found the YouTube video, and I was able to track every job and every video that I created. I also have a funnel that I created so I know which people responded, which ones I actually hired, so I knew my numbers. And again, this is something I go into in more detail. And I literally, my first month ever doing this, I generated $5,000 in website sales in my first 30 days ever. Not having any website experience, but just grind and hustle and being able to navigate UpWork, where I had web developers who did great, solid work that I found, as well as finding great clients who not only I did work for, but I gave referrals to, that were able to build and grow from there. So with that being said, I hope this training was super powerful. I hope it helped, because this is some of the exact same strategies that I use to build my web development company. It was huge for me. It was inspirational for me. It was something that really was able to change the mindset and change my life on creating income online, being able to figure out how to make money even if you don't have a job. You can do this with little money to start up. You can get this done. And I'm happy to help. I hope this video helped. This is super powerful training. This is super powerful training, guys. So thanks so much for your time. I hope this helped. MichaelDucil.com. If you have any questions, sign up. Get information. If you want to reach me directly, Michael@MichaelDucil.com. Right in the contact box. You can find me on Facebook, Facebook.com/MichaelDucilOfficial. You can find me there. I'm easy to find, guys. Take care. Have a good one.